Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to do something that I know you're going to enjoy, because at one point we did a headlight restoration on my BMW Z4 and you guys absolutely loved it. So what did I do? I went to Amazon and found the #1 ranked headlight restorer, and that's right, that's the Cerakote, and we're going to give this a try today. Now behind me I've got my aunt's Prius, and it has a lot of degradation on those headlights. So I'm going to show you all of that, show you the process to take care of it, and hopefully at the end we're going to see some great results. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so what we can see is that we've got a lot of the fadedness up at the top, and you can see right here where you really see a lot. Actually down at the bottom here is much better, but you can see that there's probably a 50% divide line right here where it is foggy and then where it's not. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that today. So the very first thing that I want to do is go ahead and get these clean, just to make sure there's no debris or any dirt on there that's going to affect anything that we do. And to do that, I am just going to use the Super Clean spray. Now you guys know that I am a big supporter of Super Clean, and they are a big supporter of our channel. And right now, if you leave a comment about how you would use Super Clean on your car, they are willing to send you some for free. We'll have a little drawing, it'll be random, and somebody from the comments will end up with a swag pack from Super Clean. I've got to tell you, the aerosol spray that kind of foams up on it, absolutely one of my favorites. Well guys, the first thing that we should do is probably take a look at what comes in this kit. It comes all nicely sealed up with a little sticker, so let's get that off. Alright, let's see what's inside of it. Alright guys, this is a 3-step process, so we have the instructions, always handy. We have step 1, which is the oxidation remover, and they give you 8 packs of that, so that's pretty nice. We have step 3, which is the clear coat, which will prevent them from oxidizing again, so that is really handy. And then step 2 is the actual sanding process, where they give you this nice little handle, sandpaper, and then this will prepare the surface so we can clear coat it. Now the only thing to do is actually get out there and do the work. So we're going to go ahead and get started on step 1. Now, mind you, you're going to have to do this for both headlights, and I'm only going to show you one. So just make sure whatever you do in step 1, you do for both headlights. The very first thing that I'm going to do was a great idea from the instructions, is pop the hood. And that way, this section won't have to be taped off later, because that won't be there. So that's a good idea. Let's start with that. Now that we have the hood popped, we can go ahead and start with stage 1. And this is basically just the oxidation remover. They do want me to mention that if you get this on the paint, you should remove it very quickly. But we're going to go ahead and remove the oxidation with their pads, and then we will rinse this off thoroughly. Hopefully this works out as easy as it says in the instructions. Pad number 1. Alright guys, and you can see that the oxidation is coming off on there. It's looking kind of yellowish and dingy. We're going to go ahead and spray this one off and then do the other side. Now that step 1 is finished, I'm going to go ahead and dry these off and use some blue painter's tape to mask around the headlight, just so when we start the sanding that I don't accidentally sand the paint. You never want to do that, especially when you're trying to make a vehicle look better. Alright, with this side done, we'll do the other side and we'll get started with the sanding. This is probably the easiest process. Now, I have a squirt bottle because we have to keep the headlight lubricated while we do the sanding. We start out by using the red disc, and then we will move to the gray disc. Alright, we want to spend about 2 minutes per disc, so that's 2 minutes with the red, 2 minutes with the gray. And we want to make sure that we keep this lubricated the whole time. Having the hood up, definitely make sure that we don't hit any of the paintwork here. Having it taped, make sure that we don't hit any of the paintwork there. But we want to make sure that we do not use circular motions. This should be all just linear, left, right, up, down, diagonal. It tells us not to use circular motion, so I'm going to make sure that I don't. It's not a hard process, it just got to get to it. Squirt bottle's really going to help so that I can make sure that I keep it lubricated the whole time. I will tell you, I want to use circular motions. The neat thing is when you're doing this, you can feel the oxidation actually as you sand. So down here where there was very little oxidation, you don't feel too much. But up here, man, you can feel it bite against that sandpaper. So you know you're doing a good job. Let's add some more soapy water. Lubrication is your friend anytime you're sanding. I do like the sanding puck. This really does give you a lot of grip on it, much better than just using your fingers. It's got some uneven angles on this headlight, so we're going to want to make sure we get to those. All right, guys, I am done with the red disc, and I am now moving over to the gray disc. But before I do want to rinse this off just to make sure that any of that oxidation, sanding, everything is off of there so we don't contaminate the headlight any worse than it is. Nice Velcro system. It should be very easy. Disc 1 is off, and now we can add the gray disc. Velcro makes it very easy. Don't forget, we're going to soak this up because we want to make sure that everything works out perfectly. Linear motions again. Oh, it feels so much better already. All right, guys, now that we're done with step 2, we do have to remove all of the painter's tape. We have to dry these because the actual clear coat that goes on there, not compatible with water at all. So we're going to remove the tape. We're going to dry these. We're probably going to let them sit for a little bit, and then I will come back and do the final step, and we'll get to see the result. I'm excited. You have to trust the process, though. All right, guys, now that it's had time to dry, the last step is to put on some gloves because we're going to put on some of the Cerakote clear coat. Now, I have used their clear coat before, and this stuff is amazing. You definitely want to use the gloves because if you get this on your hands, it hardens and it makes your hands feel terrible. So definitely use the gloves that are supplied. All right, guys, we're going to apply the ceramic clear coat from Cerakote, and it says start at the top, going in horizontal movements all the way to the bottom. If you do happen to get this on the paint, no problem. Just go ahead and wipe it off. That's why I have that cloth there. So let's open up the first pack and apply to the headlight. I am trying to stay with the horizontal movements, making sure that I get it applied all over. This stuff is amazing. It only needs one application of this, but you do want to make sure that you get it all on there and it's smooth. Now we let this sit for about 60 minutes. And today we're going to take care of all of this hazy fogginess. Now you can see on the top side of it, it is much more foggy where obviously the UV hits it directly. And then about a 50% divide line where you can see down here it looks pretty good. So our goal today will be to take care of all of this and make it look better than it does already. Guys, I want to show you the before and after, but here is the after. Remember, we had all of the degradation up at the top here, and now there's absolutely none. In fact, this looks like a factory OEM brand new headlight. Wow. Hey guys, I have to say, this is an amazing product. Now, Cerakote did not supply this. I bought this off of Amazon, and the only reason I bought this one was it was the #1 rated on Amazon, and now I can see why. These headlights look OEM fresh. So, hopefully you've enjoyed this. Now, make sure if you're interested in any of the Super Clean products that you leave me a comment below. Let me know what you would use Super Clean for, and we're going to randomly select someone to get some swag from Super Clean. I can't thank Super Clean enough for partnering with me and also giving back to my viewers, so make sure you show them some love. Alright guys, as always, in the description you will find this product. You can click right on it and purchase it for your car. If you like, make sure to like, subscribe, share. We'll catch you next time. Oh, she's going to be happy. Very happy.